What is up, YouTube? It's Diehard here, bringing you a very nice gameplay where I went 16 and 6 on standoff. Although this video isn't about the gameplay, it's kind of about the current events that have been going on. Um, you know, and one of those big events is, for the United States, anyways, is the whole North Korea threatening nuclear attack or threatening missiles on the United States, and it comes down to a matter of, do you think that that is possible? I'm not saying that North Korea isn't capable of doing something like that, but let's face facts. Um, they're too far away, and they don't have the means to travel from their launch locations to the United States. I mean, we're talking thousands and thousands and thousands of miles away. That's how far North Korea is, you know. And so the thing is, I don't know if you've ever been to North Korea. I've never been there myself, but if you see pictures on the internet and stuff, I'm not saying the pictures are all fabricated. However, North Korea is the definition of what would be a third world country. They don't have the most up to date things. They don't have all these nice um, miscellaneous items that we have. Like we have, in our neighborhoods, the houses are pretty standard. If you live in an apartment complex, it's usually multi-level. If it's single level, that's fine, but they usually kind of fall in the same standard and things like that. However, in North Korea, it's not like that. It's I don't want to say it's like the ghetto, but it's kind of get ghetto style, I guess. Simply because they just don't have the funding for that. They don't have you know uh, like the fuel economy standards that we have. They don't have the resources that we have, and we as a country, our political leaders put tariffs, I believe, on North Korea uh, years and years ago, and even recently, about exporting and importing. So they don't have the access to the things that they need to be able to do these attacks that they want to be able to do. I mean, like on April Fool's Day, North Korea, despite you know stiffer sanctions from the United Nations, from the UN, uh, North Korea, they plan to expand their nuclear weapons and strengthen the country's economy, or they're gonna try to do both. The thing is, they can't strengthen their economy without the import and export industry. His plans defy the warnings that were given from the United States and that North Korea, and from South Korea. But North Korea, they need to abandon their nuclear weapons arsenal. That's what the UN, and that's what we've told them. Unfortunately, um, their current leader, Kim Jong Un, I think that's Kim Jong. I don't the exact pronunciation on it. Um, anyways, there's a they can't enter. I think it's pronounced Kaesong Industrial Park, which is like factories and buildings like that. Anyways, it's run jointly within North and South Korea, but it's located in South Korea, and their leader Jung or Jong Jung John Ung, he stated that they cannot go into South Korea. They cannot go to work, and the U.S. announced, of course, on April 4th that it was deploying a missile defense system to Guam as a precautionary measure. The deployment is it's 2 years ahead of schedule. They weren't going to move it there until about 2000, I think 2015. South Korea reports that North Korea now has a missile within range of its coast, but the missile cannot reach the United States, and that's the big grasp. That's the kind of lock for it. I mean, leave a comment or something about this, but do you think that that would be possible? Do you think that North Korea would be able to do something like that? Because when you think of leaders in countries, normally the leaders are I don't want to say this in a negative light, but normally leaders are older, and they kind of they've been alive for a while. They kind of know what's going on. Uh, I believe the leader of North Korea is 28 years old. Something like I think if I'm not mistaken, I think he's 28. and that's really young for a leader. Especially to be leading a country. And he's just kind of like that's the thing. I mean, it's possible that the political parties in North Korea are kind of taking advantage of his naiveness. I don't want to. I don't want to say he's a naive leader, but there's a good possibility that that's what they're taking advantage of because they don't. They can say, look, you want to be the most powerful man in the world, you have to take on the United States. I'm not saying that the United States is the most powerful place in the world. I am not saying that. There's countries that are more powerful than us. They overrun us by population, uh, and so many other things. But what I'm saying is there are a lot of people that think that we are that end all be all for you know if you're an American, then you think that it's the greatest country ever. I love America, and so of course I'm gonna be patriotic in the sense of saying, oh well, America's the best because I love America. I do. I love where I live. Many different varies and varieties of people, different races, different cultures, all tied into one country. But with North Korea, he's so young. So these the people in office, in North Korea, they may be saying to him, "Look, you want to be powerful, you have to make a statement. You have to take on, these bigger countries, and you have to make a statement." So they may be maybe his original intention had no intentions of ever trying to challenge the United States. But if he's got men in office that are saying, "Look, you're young, you want to leave your mark in history. This is what you have to do." And because he's that young, because he is, I think, 28 years old. I could be wrong on his age, but I believe he's 28. So because he's 28, they may be kind of whispering in his ear, getting him to think that. But anyways, guys, let me know in the comments, what do you think? Do you think that North Korea could potentially drop a nuke in the United States? I mean, maybe Hawaii? I don't know. But let me know, guys. This is Die Hard, and I will catch you guys, on the flip side and all that good stuff. See ya.